Hi, my name is Alyssa and I draw all kinds of stuff. This week I'm drawing Kermit the Frog. It's a piece I've had as a work in progress on my iPad for a couple weeks now, maybe a month or more, I'm not sure, but it's a piece I did because a friend of mine, Disney Dan, wanted a picture of Kermit in my style way back when, and I said I would get to it, and I finally got to it, and I wanted to do a Kermit that was the Muppet Treasure Island Captain Kermit, because A, his outfit's just really, really cute, and B, I didn't want to do just Kermit on a white background or something like that. I wanted to jazz it up because I've been drawing characters on plain backgrounds for my Animal Crossing series so frequently, so I thought I would do something just a little bit more complicated, but, you know, a nice simple piece all the same. So, an interesting thing about Kermit the Frog is that when you go to translate him as a 3D puppet into a 2D drawing, it's a little tricky because I was referencing a still from the movie for this picture. There's like a scene that looks just like this I was referencing. And the mouth wasn't looking joyous and happy. It looked a little weird. So the red line that pops up right here, my boyfriend did that. It's kind of a cheat to make his mouth feel more open and joyous and happy. And it's not accurate to how it would look in real life, but it doesn't need to be because it's a stylized 2D drawing. So I thought it was interesting that the mouth had to be cheated a little bit to feel real, even though it's, you know, not what the reference looked like. So that was a unique challenge that I didn't anticipate going into this. I thought it would be pretty easy to draw Kermit, to be honest, but, you know, all the simple looking characters are pretty deceptively tricky to draw, so. Yeah, I do the flat colors the same way I do for all my Animal Crossing characters, except I'm drawing them with the pencil tools in Procreate as opposed to making vector flat shapes. I just wanted a little bit of a texture on the edges, and it's kind of hard to see the texture unless you really zoom in, but it adds a little bit of something, I think. And apologies that this isn't an Animal Crossing video this week. I know I've kept the Animal Crossing train going for a while, but between me having that little bout of not feeling so good a couple weeks ago, on top of all my clients, like a bat signal seems to go out. I either, like, and other freelancers I'm sure can relate, it's feast or famine. Like, you go a month without any really serious work, and then all of a sudden everybody needs all their projects done at the same time. So that's kind of what I've been dealing with the past couple weeks. Some of it's under NDA and I can't talk about it. Some of it's like illustrations for a kid's book I've been working on. Some of it's for whatever, and all of it's due like right now. Everybody has these big dates that are coming up and they're like, where's my work? Where's my work? And I want to keep everybody happy. So I have been doing that while also trying not to get burnt out, taking breaks to, like, you know, work on personal stuff like this or play Animal Crossing or whatever. And there's only so many hours in a day, so I haven't had as much time to focus on making the final art of the A to Z villagers. Like, I normally post 3 times a week, and lately I posted, like, I think I posted 2 times last week and then not at all this week, something like that. So I will get back to the 3 times a week Instagram posts eventually, maybe not this coming week, but the week after. I have all the flat colors for all the H names done, so I do have a queue of them that I want to finish. It's just a matter of posting. And it also takes a while to, like, package up the art files to be ready for Redbubble and posting them to all the different places that I post the little grid image to, like Reddit and Facebook and whatever. So it's just having to choose prioritizing client work when I'm using my creative time during the day or personal work. And I've chosen client work because that has a due date and it also pays my bills and I'm able to safely work from home. So I can't take that for granted and complain too much about it, but it is why I haven't been able to focus on posting as many Animal Crossing villagers as I would like. Back to the piece for the briefest of minutes. It's a pretty short video today, but I did want to say that while this piece is not really wildly out of my comfort zone in terms of, you know, style, it's the flat colors with the shading and the same kind of brushes I normally use, as well as the subject matter is something I'm comfortable with, being cutesy, cartoony, cheerful. I'm okay with keeping those things constant as long as the style that I do use gets better with every piece, and I think this piece is stronger than my average Animal Crossing piece. So in that regard, I think it's a successful step up from the last thing I did, which is really all you can ask for when you're actively trying to improve, is like, is this piece better than the last thing I drew? So while I could still improve it and, you know, use more dynamic color schemes and, you know, reference different illustration styles and lighting styles to make, you know, give it more emphasis or make it better or whatever. I'm still pretty happy with the piece overall. I think it's really cute. I think the colors came out nice after I bumped up the saturation a little bit at the tail end, and I'm really happy with these clouds I did at the tail end as opposed to the more semi-realistic clouds I started to paint and then quit on. I like these more cartoony clouds that I did here at the end, even though I think in the movie and the reference there weren't any clouds in the sky for this shot, but I think it just needed a little something. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how Kermit turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and leave me any suggestions for Animal Crossing or other fan art content you'd want to see from me on this channel in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day.